Hello, beautiful people. It's the Queen of Real Estate herself, Sapphire Star, with Queens Buy Houses with another live. Today, I'm going to talk about how you can use business credit to invest in real estate. Bam, because it's bigger than me. I love that. I love that. Listen, when you come into the live, I'm going to ask you, like I asked yesterday, why aren't we doing business together? And then the second question I want to ask you, how can we make money together? Answer it in the comment section or send me a DM, because in this space, there's three things you're looking for. You're looking for money, you're looking for deals, and you're looking for people who can help you make those things happen. So if you want to get into real estate with very little money and very little experience, remember, like I said yesterday in my live, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. Network, insert yourself, because there's always opportunities, always money to be made. You can be a bird dog. You can be a property scout. You can look for properties for investors. You can wholesale. You can put deals under contract. You can offer a service to help an investor to earn while you learn. So many opportunities, but you have to insert yourself and you have to put yourself out there to be able to do it. So without further ado, I like to just go ahead and jump in and get started on these lives. But if you have any questions for me, please put them in the comment section. If you have anything specific that you would like me to talk about in the real estate space, don't hesitate to put it in the comment section. Today, we're talking about business credit. Now, business credit to invest in real estate. Now, if you don't have any business credit, or you are like, well, man, how do I start a business and how do I even begin to build business credit? Make sure you go check out my website at sapphirestar with 2Rs.com, because on my website, I share with you, there's a couple of things. So I have a free checklist on that page where you can absolutely free, download the checklist, and it tells you step by step how to begin to build and establish business credit, right? If the checklist is not good enough, I do offer a course on how to build and establish $100,000 in business credit for your business. And there's a course for that. And that's in that link as well. And lastly, if you need like coaching or mentoring to help you establish your business and or build business credit, we do offer that service too at Organized Chaos, where we help you organize your personal and business finance to create the time and freedom you want to create generational wealth and live your best life. So definitely check us out at sapphirestar.com to get the blueprint, right? You need the blueprint. You can't go out and say, oh, I want to use business credit for real estate, and you don't have the blueprint. You don't have it established. So make sure you go check that out. Recently, we helped one of my clients. She was one of my personal credit. We also help with credit restoration. I don't say credit repair, because I believe credit education is the best credit repair. So we do offer personal credit coaching. And so with my client, we were able to help her, restore her personal credit to establish business credit. And she was able to get a $10,000 line of business credit during our coaching session. And another client, I was able to help her get a $15,000 business credit card with American Express, again, helping her establish her personal credit to build business credit. Because if you don't take nothing else from this live today, write this down. Leverage your personal credit to build business credit. I know people, there's no PG opportunities, and I talk about that in my checklist, and I give you examples and all that stuff. But the power is leveraging your personal credit. And it doesn't really cost you anything to pay your bills on time, to live below your means, and stop buying stupid shit. That is free, right? So you can do that. It may take you time, but it can be done, right? It can be done. I use business credit for my first deal, my first investment property, slash Airbnb, that I turned into an Airbnb. So how can you use business credit to invest in real estate? Business credit is freaking amazing because, number one, you have access to higher credit limits than you do on your personal side. And number two, your business credit, your utilization on your business credit doesn't necessarily impact your personal. It can sort of impact your business credit in terms of your credit score, your business credit score, your utilization, but it doesn't have the weight that it has on personal credit. And your utilization on your business credit does not show up on your personal credit. So that is absolutely powerful. And then also with business credit and business lines of credit, you can become a lender. You can become what, Pace Morby calls a transactional lender. You can lend money to people using a line of credit, and you can raise capital that way to help you invest as little as $1,000 or $1,500. Because in these deals, to make these deals happen, you need earnest money. And some people don't have earnest money, but what if you can lend, $1,500 to someone, charge them $2,000 to lend them that money? Because in this game, it's not really about the interest rate at this point. It's about your access to the money and how much money you can make for having access to the money. So again, with your business credit, you can actually create all these amazing opportunities to be able to invest in real estate. So once you have established established business credit for your business, you can use, one way you can use business credit is by using a 0% APR business credit card. For example, again, once I got started, I was approved for a Chase Inc. credit card, and that credit card was like 12% no interest. So could you use that in a real estate transaction to help you close on a deal, especially if you have a decent enough line of credit? Absolutely. I furnished my short-term rental with a business credit card. So, and again, that utilization is not showing up. And you got to think about it. If this is an investment property, you don't even have to pay down your credit card. The investment, the asset is going to pay down your credit card. And then the beautiful thing about a business credit card, you don't have that, those 0% APR cards, you don't have interest rates that's being tacked onto that. But even if you did have interest rates, if the numbers work, they work. Number two, you can use business credit because in this space, you need money for earnest money. You need money for closing. You need money for, acquisition. You need money for rehab costs. So could you use business credit to be able to do that? Absolutely. Again, my first investment property, I use my business credit for acquisition and for the rehab, as well as for furnishing the property using the American Express card. So again, leveraging your personal credit to be able to establish or be able to use business credit, but also establishing business credit. I'm not going to go through the checklist because I have tons and tons of information on my website on how to be able to do that. So make sure you check that out. And thirdly, you can use, again, I said this already, but you can use business lines of credit. So a line of credit is different from a personal line. A business line of credit is different from a credit card or like a personal, like just a loan. Like if you took like a business loan, for example, that's what I'm trying to say. Business loan versus business line of credit. With a business loan, once you apply for the loan, you get a lump sum amount, you pay it down. That's it. That's the end of that. If you want another one, you have to apply again. However, with a business line of credit, you have access to this credit limit or this loan amount attached with the interest rate, right? You pull out what you need. You only charge interest on what you pull out. So that now you have access to capital. Then once you pay down what you pulled out, you still have that line of credit or that line of credit available to you to use for future transactions. And once you get into this space and start accumulating your portfolio, you can take HELOCs out. You can take HELOCs out on your investment property to buy more investment property. Some people use that strategy. They'll just, they'll use traditional lending to get their first property. They could be their own personal property or investment property. Then they'll take out lines of credit on the property they have and then get more properties and keep flipping it that way. So business lines of credit will allow you to be able to do that. Again, using business credit, having access to the money. But then also, if you have a business line of credit, you can lend money to someone and charge them a fee and raise capital to invest in real estate. So you can do cash advance if you have a business credit card or a business credit card. You can do a cash advance. Again, make sure you assess your interest fees or your fees that attach to the cash advance, and make sure the numbers work based on what you're being charged, because cash advance can come with a hefty fee, but you would have to check with your bank or your credit union. And another sidebar, when you're looking for like business credit card and business products, I definitely recommend you get more bang for your buck when you are doing business with credit unions, small credit unions, local credit unions. You can get more bang for your buck, and also more opportunities to get funding or to get access to money is using small credit unions. Another thing that you can do with a using business credit to invest in real estate is also you can take a loan out against your credit limit. For example, Chase has this program. It's called Pay Over Time. So say, for example, I have a Chase credit card that has like a $15,000 limit. What Chase will do is they will loan you that money, your limit, up until a certain point. It's not 100%. I forget what the percentage, but they will loan you, say, for example, $11,000 at a certain interest rate. I think theirs is 6 to 8, but that also is dependent on your credit score, right? They'll loan you that money. They'll take that money, put it directly into your bank account. And then you can use that money to invest in real estate and pay that off over time. So that's a great opportunity. And it doesn't require a new credit check. You don't have to reapply for credit. You don't have to take an inquiry or nothing like that. You're literally using the credit limit, the existing credit limit that you have in place, but you can take a loan out. So that is a program that Chase offers with their personal and their business credit card. Because again, you can use business credit, but if your personal credit is solid, you can also use that to leverage any and every opportunity that you have to be able to use money to make money. Take advantage of that. And let's see. So I say, you can pay your mortgage, right? You can, if I talked about getting into real estate without having to get existing finance or without having to get a loan from the bank. I talked about the sub-2 method, So I talk about the sub-2 method acquisition. When you take over a mortgage subject to, you're now responsible for that mortgage. Can you use a business credit card to be able to do that? Now, most banks don't take credit cards to pay your mortgage, but you can go through a third-party company like Plastic, and they'll take the money from your credit card and they'll send a check to your mortgage company. So you can use the business credit to pay your mortgage, and your tenants or your guests, if you're using, short-term rental platforms, they are paying these things down. You're not using your money. You're using other people's money, one being the bank, and then next you're using your client, not your clients, but your tenants and your guests are paying all this stuff down. So you're not coming out of pocket for any of this, right? So pay your mortgage. And last but not least, and I talked about this again, but just specifically at this point, you can become a private money lender. I'm always talking about the deals that we have currently working on, as well as deals we have in the pipeline. We're always looking for funding. We're always looking for transactional lending opportunities for people to loan us money to be able to make money, and then we share the profits with our lenders. So if you have a business line of credit, you can lend that money to us, earn interest on that money, right? Obviously, it needs to be more than the interest you're being charged to use it, or you could charge a fee, right? You could charge a fee to have access to them. So it don't even have to be interest. It could be, like I said before, you can lend somebody $1,500, charge them $2,000. But if say for instance, this is a wholesale deal, and the wholesaler doesn't have money, number one, either they don't have the earnest money to start the title in the closing process, or they need to do a double close and they don't have the money to double close on the property, right? They can literally come to someone, you as a transactional lender, you can lend them that money and charge them a fee. But if their assignment is $20,000 or $25,000, do you think they'll give you $5,000 so they can make 20? Yes, they will. I would, I would give it to somebody if I could have access to this money that I need to make this deal go happen. You just need to make sure paperwork and everything is in place. But that's another powerful tool that you can use for business credit to invest in real estate, but also build capital to build your portfolio. And again, you could do rehab. Our contractor that we're using now, he takes credit cards. So we're using our business credit to pay for rehab and contractor costs. So many things. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, put it in the comment section. Please, please, please make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you are following us, our page at Queens Buy Houses, so you can get notifications and know when we are doing these lives. I'm doing these lives every day for the month of May to provide value, information, and resources to those who want to get into this space, but also sharing with you what we do with our company and how we help individuals, how we help distressed owners, how we buy properties that people can't sell on the MLS. They can't, because you got to think, if you're going to sell your property on the MLS with a real estate agent, there needs to be equity. How is the agent going to make money? How are you going to make money? But say, for instance, you're in a situation where you need to sell, but there's no equity in your house. Could you still sell your property? Or what if you needed to sell your house, but your house need repairs? It's not market ready and you don't have the money. We can come in and help solve that problem for you. We can buy the property as is, cash, and we close in a very short period of time. 14, sometimes it's closed short, as few as 14 days, but I've even closed on deals in 3 days. So that's the benefit of working with us and us sharing this information with you. So hope this helps. I'll be going live again tomorrow. All right, guys, be great.